Okay, I'm going to leave a link to an image here with these images. Who is this person? This is a starting point. Next, who is this person? Now, if you don't know who they are on site, I want you to say it with me. I can't tell if they're related or the same person or different people. Human facial recognition works really good in 3D, but not in 2D. And off-axis image, which is this one, versus on-axis images, neither of which are really all that helpful. They really aren't. There is a requirement that when you get a passport, originally it had to be off-axis. It's called a three-quarter view. The reason is that you can derive most of the face from that, is the idea. No, you can't. Flat images suck for that. By the way, pro tip. If you want to get a 3D stereogram image of your face, go get a passport photo. They take two photos at once. The camera lenses can't actually be directly next to each other, so they put them at eye width so you get a stereoscopic image of your face. But anyway, let's move on to the next image. Now these people, and then there's the German Chancellor, literal Merkel. This is literally Merkel. And you can see a badly done writing, Eva Braun and Greta or something. You can't really read it. And this is posted as proof that these two individuals were related to the Chancellor in Germany. Germany Chancellor. Nazis. Totally the same as communists. Okay, now I want to point out something really, really obvious here, if you're not aware of this. The image here, as you can see from the big border, on the website saying this is 100% can't debunk it proof, made sure it was weighted to where you'd have to let your imagination run wild. Because the image you're looking at isn't showing you enough data to judge whether these people look the same or look different. That was deliberate. And you may have noticed from the resolution of the German political leader below that image is actually a higher resolution. The black and white images, which, by the way, black and white images are normally notoriously high res. That's why black and white images are even done today. They have high quality images, very fine grain. How the hell do you blur up a black and white image that was obviously a portrait and crop it in such a way that we can't even tell which one of those individuals was in the previous two color images? Get out your thinking caps. Which one of these is Eva Braun? Which one? Or is either of them? Okay, there's the image. What about neither? What about all of them? Sure? Okay, now, if anybody's curious, I'm going to cover a bit of drama that happened. I'm not naming Galactic North and Logan Runnin'. I'm talking about the QAnon Patriot bullshit fest that needs to stop being reposted. It has become a pseudonym for controlled opposition. Okay, now, I'm going to get on to this. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's text. Eva and Paula Braun, Adolf Hitler, QAnon, Patriot clearance, literally Angela Merkel, literally Merkel. It's like literally Sargon I had a video about. The leader of the free world meets Donald Trump because Donald Trump is no longer the leader of the free world because he's not liberal enough in a world full of people who are not conservative, but literally commies. Eva and Paula Hitler Braun, born in 1912, died in 1945, was a longtime companion of Adolf Hitler and his wife for 40 hours because he knew he was going to die and he wanted to have a wife when he died, I guess. Hitler was dead April 30th, 1945, unless you want to go into a bizarre meathead rabbit hole. Angela Merkel was born 1954. So the age difference would be too extreme. And also, again, which one of those images might have been Eva Braun? 1954, her father was Horst Kastner, born in 1926, a Berlin native and Lutheran pastor. Her mother was Harland, I can't pronounce it, because it's a 1928 Polish name. She was an English and Latin teacher. Due to their religious beliefs, they flipped a coin and went from West Germany to Templin, East Germany, to the countryside 56 miles north of East Berlin, which meant after all this stuff, long after Adolf Hitler died, they were stuck on the Russian-controlled side. That's what they did. I'm sorry, but for religious reasons, leave whatever country you're in. Don't go to a country, part of the country that's going to be socialist, whatever. Anyway, in 1968, the year I was born, Merkel joined the Free German Youth, FDJ, a communist youth movement in the Socialist Unity Party of Germany, because it was controlled by Russia. Russia, as those who did not join found it difficult to gain admission to higher education, and she was then educated at Karl Marx University, Leipzig, where she studied physics from 1973 to 1978 or so. Now, I'm going to explain something here. If you wanted to be an artist in Nazi Germany and not get filtered out, all you had to do was title of the painting or your artwork of any kind was something referring to Germany's being the most wonderful place on earth, just like the Russians did. If you said German soil and the art piece got posted, and in Russia, if it lauded Marxism or communism or whatever, you were good. All right. So you're not a collaborator. You're just trying not to get screwed over. Sort of like in the United States, if you want to be a politician, you have to make noises like you're a Christian when you're not. So if you elect me president in 2020, because that's totally going to happen, I'll be the first atheist. Actually, I won't. I won't be the first atheist president. But let's talk about, the good old days and ignore things like history. Anyway, former colleagues who are now political opponents said she openly propagated Marxism as the Secretary for Agitation of Propaganda, Adolph. She said she was Secretary for Culture, and she basically spent time obtaining theater tickets and organizing talks by visiting Soviet authors. She was a minimalist collaborator at that point. Again, she joined the communist youth, not Hitler youth, so she could get into college, so she wouldn't be, what is the word I'm looking for? Handicapped. Merkel, in 1989, became involved in the democracy movement as soon as it was able to happen a month after the wall came down, joining the new party Democratic Awakening following the first and only multi-party election in East Germany that happened. She agitated for a democratic society in East Germany right after the wall fell, while it was still kind of dangerous. 2015, Time declared the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, Person of the Year, and the cover bore the title Chancellor of the Free World and referred to as Europe's most powerful leader in 2015. 2016, the New York Times called Merkel the liberal West's last defender because the liberal West is being destroyed by asshattery in our own world. See also the evil, horrible MAGA. That's right. It's literally Trump. The next leader of the free world is what she was also called. 2017, as an example of how wonderful their environment is, Vladimir Putin used a dog to scare Merkel, as they were opponents politically and socially, but they also get along, and they have kind of a rivalry. Now, someone wouldn't demonize her in the past year by saying literally she's Hitler's daughter to try to keep her from getting elected and then fail, because a day ago, German Chancellor Angela Merkel takes her oath to serve her fourth term as Chancellor. Yeah. Who is this person? I'll leave a link to the image. Do an image search, because I'm going to include the images. You have to do an image search. Make an effort. Find out who this person is. But grab the images and say which one she looks most like. See if you get it right. Or alt-righty. Next, same thing with this image. And with this image, don't even bother looking it up, because image search doesn't find it correctly. Why? Because someone lowered the resolution on a old-style, high-resolution black and white image from a source I'm not going to name, because I'm not going to bother with it, and got the names wrong, by the way, and then said one of them looks like Merkel. None of them look like Merkel. And you can read the content if you want below. Next. This girl or this girl? Which one's hotter? Which one would you date? Really? If you're into women. Now, we're done with the video at that point. I'll just put this last image up. When people demonize an opponent, politically, a political opponent, always assume they're being demonized. If you bring up John Podesta and someone says he's literally part of a satanic organization, don't jump on the bandwagon. Just don't. There's no reason to. If it's your next door neighbor, don't do that either. I'll leave a link to the video for the Twilight Zone episode you should watch to get it through your thick skulls that you don't do this. Bandwagoning is one thing. Witch hunting is another. She won in spite of someone trying to make her literally Hitler. Okay? That is a lot harder to beat now. Because, well, that proves that even if you claim she's Hitler, she gets elected. People hate her because she's liberal, not because she's a Nazi. They're not the same damn thing. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And to the individuals who are having an issue back and forth, shout-outs are a good thing. Shout-outs to every one of you who's tried really hard to figure this out. And no, there was not a 90% confirmation on the image through facial recognition. An app on a phone isn't facial recognition routine. No, it's not. I know that didn't happen because people don't watch those channels anymore. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.